still there, right?
Yeah, with the federal election just 3 sleeps away, there's one political party frustrating Aussie phone users. The Clive Palmer-backed Trumpet of Patriots is under fire for bombarding voters with spam texts throughout the campaign, with the volume of messages exploding in these final days.
For more, we're joined by Channel 7's Gemma Acton and communications expert and author Ed Coper. Good morning to you both.
Hi, team.
Despite having spam and privacy acts in place, as well as those Do Not Call, Register Act concepts, unsolicited political marketing is exempt. Gemma, thoughts on this? Should it be illegal?
It should absolutely be illegal. I feel bombarded, I think was the word you just used. It's absolutely how I feel. It is intrusive, it is invasive. I think ultimately it's to protect political communication, and I assume that means protect democracy. I cannot see how getting a one-line text message helps democracy. If anyone's making up their mind on that basis, I don't think that's very good for democracy in the first place.
You're right.
What about you, Ed? Have you received any texts? Where do you stand on this?
I feel very left out. I seem to be the only person in Australia who hasn't received one of Clive's texts.
I'll forward you.
Could we get my mobile number up on screen, please, if Clive is watching? I mean, I get spam from everyone else, so it's obviously for sale on the marketplace. I would love to get a text because I know that they have spent 5 cents absolutely wasted on me. I think he should throw his money down the bin, text everyone. He spent $180 million last election and didn't get anything for it. So send those texts away. And my phone gets very smart. It sends them to spam now. So great.
OK.
Well, moving on, a global survey has uncovered that 58% of employees intentionally use artificial intelligence tools in their workplace. And while productivity is at an all-time high in some instances, many are not telling their bosses about the use of AI, and there are serious questions about the sharing of sensitive information that could be putting companies at risk. Ed, tools like ChatGPT are on the rise. Should we embrace or ban?
Well, look, like everything, there's good things and bad things about it. And so what we know now from these surveys is that everyone is using it at work. Now, that can be a good thing if you use it properly, but it can be a bad thing because AI can give you the wrong answer. So if you want to just go and plug your work into ChatGPT and then hand it over to your boss, buyer beware, you might be giving them an absolute pile of rubbish. And we've seen some famous examples where a lawyer did this and gave the case to the judge, and it had all these made-up cases in it. So I would caution, you could use it, maybe it's more efficient, can do some of your homework for you. Trust but verify. Always check what it's telling you.
Yeah, it's really coming in hot. Just a week ago, the Academy Awards confirmed that films made using AI will still be eligible for the top Oscars. So that's huge news over there. Gemma, I would use AI more, but you walk up behind me sometimes at my desk and you would see me using that. So where do you draw the line on this?
I love AI actually, but I think the Oscars is a really interesting one because if you go through award by award, where do you draw the line? There has been technology in films for a really long time, special effects, for instance, makeup, for instance. But when it comes to script writing, if you ask it to have a general brainstorm with you about character formation, is that okay? But then if it generates an entire script for you that wins an award, is that not okay? So it's really fuzzy. So I see why the Academy Awards have had to make it okay across the board. It's too hard otherwise. It is sad though, because I think about the famous case of Adrian Brody winning Best Actor with question marks over his Hungarian accent in the film because that was AI enhanced. He is such an incredible actor. He does such incredible accents. It's really sad that we think about the AI component
Sort
of
of
that.
clouds the water, doesn't it?
As long as the AI can give the acceptance speech, I think that's acceptable to have there on the platform.
All right, guys, finally, more and more Gen Z brides and grooms are opting for dry weddings and cash bars, declaring anyone who complains about a booze-free event is tacky and entitled. But one TikTok user is pushing back, arguing it's all about etiquette. Have a look.
A dry wedding is unacceptable. People are forgetting that a wedding is an event that you're hosting. Alcohol and food and music should be like the most important things.
Gemma, what do you think here? Weddings can be so expensive. Are we helping them out by agreeing to help them save some money, or what do you think?
The reality is a lot of weddings are really boring for a lot of guests. Often you're, as the groom and bride, inviting people you have to invite out of obligation. Often as a guest, you're going out of obligation.
Right.
I think, I'm not saying you have to have alcohol to have a good time, but it can certainly help.
Drink responsibly, everyone.
The average Australian wedding costs between $36,000 and $54,000. So is it okay for maybe a bride and groom to go, you know what, not try and save money, just like they don't have the money?
Yeah, that's
Put all the money
expensive,
on the
and it
bar.
is expensive to put on a lot of booze for all of your friends and family, but it is also a good way to see just who your good friends are. Maybe a dry wedding is a clever way of saying, are you here for me or are you here for the booze? Because my wife went to a dry wedding and there was also no dancing allowed, and it was on her birthday.
Oh.
And I said to her, you are really a good friend. She said, I've got to go. Well, you know, maybe it was just a clever ruse from the bride and groom to see who really supported them there and who was just turning up for the free booze.
Oh, and then you turn the booze on. That's what you should do, and then have it there.
Surprise open bar.
Yes.
The surprise open bar.
Good stuff. Thank you, guys. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Gemma.
All right,
Thanks, Ed.